Beer tubers, welcome back to another episode of Maxwell Starr's Beer Review. Tonight we're going to take a look at a beer that showed up in our A&BL liquor stores here in the spring. I've had it in the fridge since then. Been putting off reviewing it. Not that it's a bad beer or anything, I've had other stuff to do. So why don't I take a look here and finally pull out something from the Shipyard. I'm going to take a look at Shipyard's Export Ale. Now, I've yet to review this myself. Well, I'm about to. But I've also sent it to Lee L. Harlock of Hoagland's Beer Reviews, as well as the Albino Rhino got a bottle of this from me. It is a British-style British bitter from Portland, Maine, I think. Yes, the Shipyard Brewing Company, LLC, Portland, Maine. Not a whole lot of information more than that. 5.1% ABV. It just calls itself a strong beer on the side. 5.1% ABV isn't necessarily a strong beer in these parts, but whatever floats your boat. I believe it registers in and around the extra special bitter or best bitter kind of class of beer. So, why don't we pop the top off? Your typical Shipyard Brewing Co. Cap on there, established in 1994. And I'm going to give it a pour into my other Samuel Adams glass, another brewery from New England, United States. England, English beer, well, whatever. So, I've had a chance to have this before. I'm hoping this bottle hasn't gone bad, considering I've had it in the fridge for 3 months now. It should be fine. What's it say on the side here? It says, best before April 13th. Yeah, so I would say this has got a whole another 6 months left on it. So, giving it a pour, had about maybe a finger of head at first. It looks like it's died off while I've been gabbing. Carbonations, there's plenty of carbonation in there, but it's moving up slowly through the glass. Appearances wise, it's not as ruby red as I was thinking it would look, which is weird because I've had it before. It's still got some golden hue to the middle, but it looks like your standard British style pale ale. Looks like a nice beer. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's just when it came to an extra special bitter, I don't know. I was just expecting a more reddish hue, but that's just me. That's really, you can't fault anything like for that. Maybe I'm just making up things as I go along. So, it's warm tonight. Yeah, it looks nice. It's definitely a good-looking beer. So, let's get to the smell. Biscuity, bready. Yeah, it's got the bready note, but it's a little bit almost flowery. Like, and I don't mean like flour as in roses. I mean flour as in bread, like wheat. Not wheat, but you know what I mean, like baking flour. Where it's got that slight pale dustiness to the bready malt, which makes it almost come off as like some kind of tea biscuit. And there's a hint of malty sweetness in there that comes off as being maybe a tad bit fruity. So yeah, like maybe not quite on the red fruit side of things. Not quite on the citrus, but a nice sweet malt smell that's borderline fruity that mixes in with that biscuity smell. That's actually a really inviting smell. Smells almost spot on for what a British bitter should be. Give it a taste. Oh, yeah, that's fine. It's good. It's definitely crisp. Definitely a little bit clean. It's light. Got quite a bit of flavor for such a light beer. The flavor almost gives it a little bit heavier kind of stance, without actually weighing heavy on your palate. That biscuitiness, the biscuity and slightly fruity malt lingers in the back of the throat along with some earthy hops. It almost seems like the fruitiness of the malt comes out a little more in the flavor than it does in the smell. And there's a bit of like a metallic, coiny twang to the earthiness in the hop. The only thing I could say about against this is that it's almost coming off as a little unblended, like that. It doesn't seem to be as mellow as some of the British bitters come off as. Not as easy drinking, though it is light and it's nice and refreshing. It's almost like that flavor and the hops. It's almost like too much of that metal kind of taste in the back. But if you can get past that, that's not a bad beer. It's definitely not finishing dry. I mean, the hops kind of dry your mouth out a tiny bit, but it's lingering in there and sticking to the back of my throat. Which, you know what, depending on who you are, that might be a good thing. I don't mind it. It's certainly worth a try. I think I'm going to finish the review right here. I'm going to give this a 3.5 out of 5. It's good. It's not great. It's not bad. No off flavors. A little unbalanced in my opinion, but definitely a great take on a British bitter from an American company. This American style English bitter, or English style American bitter, wherever you want to take this one. I don't know. It isn't bad at all. So certainly give Shipyard Export a try if you do see it. It's one of the finer beers from the Shipyard Beer Company. But if you're going to drink anything from Shipyard, try and find Smashed Blueberry if you can still find it. I imagine Smashed Pumpkin's probably pretty good. I'd like to try more from these guys. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you folks later. Cheers, guys.